Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Tuesday, December the 29th. Today is National Hero Day.
Aw.
That's cool. So celebrate your heroes, ladies and gentlemen. National Pepper Pot Day today.
Pepper pot.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's TikTok Day.
Okay.
So TikTok, I don't think that this has anything to do with the app that the kids are using nowadays. I think this is something from before that. But either way, TikTok Day. And I don't think he's on TikTok, but we do have Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, he's going to be joining us here for a fun little program. And a lot of fun stuff to get to. Again, a lot of things I want to try to squeeze in before the year is done. And this is a weird week. Because, we had kind of a long weekend for a lot of folks, and now we're back to work here kind of in the middle of the week, and then it's like, before you know it, it's, is it New Year's Eve tomorrow? When is that? It's 31st is Thursday, so we're a few days away from that, and then New Year's Day. So it's just kind of a weird week, a lot of folks kind of doing things a little different, but thank you so much for joining us right here on the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study by Frontiers in Psychology found that people enjoy taking selfies, but they do not like seeing selfies online. So as you're scrolling through and you're seeing people take selfies, you're like, why do people do that? And then you take a selfie yourself and you share it.
That looks so great.
You know what? I would have to say I'm the opposite. I don't like taking selfies. When we've done that, I always just feel weird. I never know where to look, and I don't know. I always feel like I look just goofy.
I don't like people to see me taking selfies because I think it looks pretentious.
Yeah, I don't know. Just weird. Another survey shows women keep their favorite piece of clothing for 12 years. Survey discovered that the average woman has more than 125 items of clothing in her wardrobe, but she wears less than a quarter of them on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You and
sadly.
I, when we moved last time, both of us kind of thinned out our clothing a little bit, but we both still have a lot more clothes than we ever wear.
Yeah. So. I have a lot of clothes I never wear, but I have a lot of clothes that I would like to be able to wear. We just never do anything.
All right. Well, we'll work on that. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Addiction is no laughing matter, but we try to, kind of share these fun little stories to make people smile, and also remind folks, if you're looking for help, again, the website, TimeForRehab.com. Police in Germany pulled a man over for drunk driving, so he decided to pass himself off as someone else. Police say the driver's details seemed a little interesting. They seemed to be correct when they told him who he was, until the record showed the man matching his description was registered as having a glass eye. And a flashlight that was shining in his face kind of proved that this is not a glass eye. And that's when he said, no, well, I used to have a glass eye. I don't anymore, but I used to have a glass eye. And they...
How do you no longer have a glass eye?
He still
I guess
did.
A donor, maybe.
Yeah. Turns out that he was not who he said he was.
He's lying.
He was in trouble for other stuff, was trying to get away with it, but he didn't. And he got himself in trouble for drunk driving and for lying.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Kind of a quiet week. Not a whole lot of stuff going on in the entertainment world, but I do have this. We mentioned briefly this story last week, but I've got the whole story here. It says, seems nobody misses sitting in the dark with a jumbo popcorn more than the folks in Wisconsin. A new survey finds the Badger State misses movie theaters more than any other state during COVID-19 pandemic. It says a lot of theaters are either shut down or they've sharply reduced the capacity for theaters all around the world. Tech site Go Hastings specializes in compiling maps about different trends in entertainment and streaming and whatnot. They comb through Twitter and they tracked tweets with keywords like I miss movie theaters or I'm going to the movies. I miss going to the movies. More than 200,000 tweets, by the way. And they used geotagged data and they mapped where those things were coming from. The number 1 state was Wisconsin. The number 2 state was Utah. The number 3 state was Oregon. And I've got a link to all of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org. And just because Christmas is over doesn't mean that challenge is over. Like, you can always do that.
Absolutely.
It's always a good idea. So again, giftcardchallenge.org. 6-year-old Connecticut boy racked up $16,000 in charges on mom's credit card while he was playing video games on her iPad.
Oh, boy.
Now, my sister had this happen. It wasn't that much, but she had, remember, she had given her son
she was not a happy
her
camper.
old iPad, which had all of her credit card info attached, and he started buying apps.
Buying
and
stuff for these video games.
Yeah, and she's like, wait a minute, I get like a $300 bill on a credit card I don't even use anymore. How is that possible? And I was like, oh, it's on that iPad.
Yeah,
That's how it's
wasn't
possible.
happy.
Yeah. 2 married school teachers passed away. They died of COVID-19 while holding hands in a Texas hospital. That happened like a week ago. That's really sad. So I've got a link to the story if you want to read the details. We don't talk about a lot of stuff on here about COVID-19 just because it's everywhere else. But I wanted to share that because it is kind of a cool story that, you know, Heidi was saying. She's just this week we were driving and she said, I hope I die before you do. And I said, well, I kind of just hope we die together because I don't want to. We're married. We've been married a long time. I don't want to miss you and I don't want you to miss me. So, and these two did. They passed away together. Police in Maine arrested a man who chased McDonald's employees with a chainsaw. I have no more information, but I'm hoping to get the rest of that story. What? He chased McDonald's employees with a chainsaw. So apparently they got the order wrong or something. I don't know. Wisconsin health officials issued their annual warning against the holiday tradition of eating raw meat sandwiches. Apparently, it's called tiger meat. I remember when I was a little kid, there was a friend of ours that would do that. But it was raw meat, not cooked at all. And, they're saying, don't do that because it's not good for you.
I've never heard of anybody doing that, ever. You had friends that would just eat raw meat sandwiches?
Yeah, well, not always, but it was like special tradition. So apparently it must be a holiday thing. Rabbits in Utah are being plagued by a highly contagious virus. Don't worry, it's not transmittable to humans, but they're trying to figure out what's going on there. And the first Ford 2021, sounds weird to say that, doesn't it?
Right.
2021 electric Mustangs are hitting the road right now.
Electric Mustangs.
An electric Mustang. So I'm actually kind of excited to learn a little bit more about that. I've got a link to the story if you want to read it. And we're going to squeeze one last story in here. Have you tried the Cosmic Crisp apple? It came out 1 year ago, this week in 2019. A new variety of apple debuted across the U.S. last year. It was developed by Washington State University and Washington apple growers. They paid for the research. Why is it called the Cosmic Crisp apple?
Why?
Because of the bright yellowish dots on the skin of the apple, and it looks like distant stars.
Oh, I've not even seen those.
I haven't either. I'm going to have to check it out. Now I'm kind of getting a little hankering for a Cosmic Crisp apple. I don't know. Maybe it'll taste like it's out of this world.
Are they sweet? Does it say?
It doesn't say. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's insurancechicken.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We reach out and connect with my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
He's in the studio. How you doing, Charlie?
You said connect.
I know. Well, I was going to usually I say pick up the phone and call, but since you're sitting right here, I figured I probably shouldn't say that.
It'll work.
Yeah. So, Merry Christmas to you.
Ho, ho, ho. It's over with.
Yeah. Did you get everything you wanted there, Charlie?
No.
Oh,
Heidi, I told you I should have got him all that other stuff. Well,
that's sad.
what kind of cool stuff do you have for us today?
Well, we'll start right in with it and get it over with. How's that sound?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, until 1960, the only reliable pregnancy test was to inject a woman's urine into a female African clawed frog.
Really?
If the woman was pregnant, the frog would ovulate in 12 hours.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. So what year was that they...
Wow.
Until 1960.
I say that sounds like
Wow.
something from the 1600s, but
I bet the old African frog thing went down drastically, probably instinct.
hopefully it's extinct. I don't think anyone's still doing that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Terrible.
Hey, then it's almost impossible to find out what all the ingredients are in Papa John's uses in his pizza.
Why is that? Is it just he keeps it a secret?
Yep, it's a secret. And
Okay.
it ain't that good a pizza, but
Well, it's good. It's not like that
it's
stuff.
adequate. It's got sausage on it. It's fine. Papa John, he's not even in it no more.
No, now it's somebody else's.
Hey, the human brain takes in 11 million bits of info every second, but is aware of only about 40 bits of info.
So you're saying we're not that smart?
There's a lot of stuff up here. Sometimes it don't come out.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. We don't catch it all.
And see, that's a proven fact because it says so right there.
Yeah,
It's written down
it's
in stone.
in Charlie's handwriting.
And I can't hardly read it, but it says. Hey, store-bought 100% real orange juice is 100% artificially flavored.
Is it really?
They're lying, and they ought to be a law against that.
So it's not what they
Really?
say it is.
Nope.
Aw.
Truth in advertising, that went out the window.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Well, I don't drink orange juice anyway, so it don't make
Oh,
any
I like
difference.
orange juice.
If you want to know what's real, get an orange and squeeze it.
There you go. And then you get all that other stuff with it. Hey, let's see here. Oh, fruit-flavored snacks are made with the same wax used on cars.
No kidding.
That's awesome.
So you're saying I could lick my car and get the same thing?
Wow.
Well, if you waxed it, yeah. Huh. And I read that before, too. It kind of preserves them or something like that.
Nice. Keeps
Yikes.
your car fresh.
Wax on, wax off.
Yikes.
I seen there was a movie about that, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was.
Karate Kid?
Where do I come up with this at? Hey, then we better do one more thing here and call it a day.
Oh, what do you got?
Do you know what milt is?
What?
What is?
Milt,
Milt?
No.
M-I-L-T?
M-I-L-T.
No.
It's a delicacy around the world.
Okay.
It's fish sperm.
Really?
Oh.
Milt.
Oh.
Hey, give me a cup of milt.
Oh. Gross.
But that's terrible.
Where do you get something like that?
From the fish store. I don't know. I just read the facts.
Yes, you
How'd you
do.
like to be the guy responsible for collecting that?
Come here, little fishy. Here, fishy.
No, that does not sound
Play some Barry
fun at all.
White.
That's what happens when you do this right after Christmas, because it's not good.
Yes. Well, are you ready for a question from us?
You got one?
I do. There's nearly 94 million households in the United States that display a Christmas tree. What percentage are artificial trees?
75.
You're real close. Heidi, you want to guess?
I would say more like 82.
Ooh, you're even closer. It's 85% are artificial trees.
Yeah.
Charlie, do you guys use a real tree or an artificial
No,
tree?
we use a fake one.
Yeah, we do
Yep,
too.
so do we.
We use a fake tree. Heidi puts it up usually on November 1st. So if
I
we
did
were
not this
I know.
year.
If we were to put up a real tree on November
Oh,
1st,
yeah. It would be.
by Christmas Day it would
Be
be
dead.
pretty sad looking tree. So
Well, it's sad. It's a black tree.
yeah, she
Yeah,
did
we
do
put up
it.
God's
black
sakes, you
trees.
don't have black
It's
trees.
so
Hey,
cool.
your
Christmas is green.
Your wife got it for her.
Well,
I love it.
Well, Charlie, I appreciate you taking the time to come in.
I didn't come in. I was here.
Yeah, you've been held hostage. We'll talk to you next week, Charlie.
Okay, bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye. Dad.
My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie. Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Vodka produces less of a hangover than whiskey.
That is true.
This research done by Heidi.
I can confirm.
Do you know
And
this?
less of a hangover than wine.
Oh, does it really? Okay.
Yeah.
So according to whoever, vodka produces less of a hangover than whiskey. So kids, there's something you learned on your holiday break. Thanks for listening to today's fun fact on the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Portugal. Have we done a Portugal story in the past? I don't know if we have.
I think we have. It's been a while.
Okay. Dateline Portugal. A Portuguese man was left standing at the altar after his would-be bride was reportedly locked in a room by her father, who opposed the wedding.
Oh, jeepers.
While the groom and the guests from both families were waiting at the church, the bride's father used a shotgun to prevent her from leaving her room.
Gosh.
Police were eventually called. Dad was arrested, and the bride and the groom were married. So that just seems like
That is
quite
terrifying.
the to-do. Would you want to start your relationship that way? Because I'm telling you right now, if your dad had you locked in a room and he was guarding you with a shotgun,
The wedding probably wouldn't have happened.
I'm just saying, I love you a whole lot, but I would try to fix that before we
Fix that
got
first.
married.
I agree.
Because I feel really bad for these two. They're getting off on the wrong foot already. Dad was arrested that day.
I have a feeling Dad probably won't still be involved.
I just think the whole thing is really weird. That's why it is right here, I guess. It is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A very bizarre moment that was caught on camera. It's being shared all over the place. It involved a camel walking into a Bath & Body Works store. This happened in Nevada. Large animal can be seen plodding slowly through the entrance as it's being led by its owner wearing a cowboy hat. Customers and
The
staff...
owner was wearing a cowboy hat or the camel was?
I believe the owner was. But the way it was written, it could be either. The people who were already in the store just kind of got out of the way and let the camel walk in. Says, okay, y'all, for whatever reason, there's a full actual camel at Bath & Body Works, a woman said in the video that she posted online. The woman was shopping at a store next door at the time when she spotted the camel being led by its owner on a red leash. Despite the strange
The
spectacle...
owner was on a red leash or the camel was on a
I think
red
the
leash?
camel again. Led by its owner with a red leash. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write this. Can you tell? Despite the strange spectacle, the camel received very little fanfare as they walked in the store. Nobody really seemed to care. She revealed she would post the
Were
video.
they allowed to stay? They just walked around the store.
Yeah, they just walked in and nobody really said anything like, hey, why did you bring a camel in here? Everybody else was like, what do you got for a price on this soap? Nobody even cared. It said, I post the video because my best friend said it was hilarious and the world needs to see it. So there you go. Now you've heard about it, and I have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. I feel bad putting this one here, but I didn't know where else to put it. Because a lot of the times the moment of duh is somebody that did something intentionally that was stupid.
Sure.
But this really, when it's all said and done, I don't know. It was more of an autocorrect thing. Had the makings of a dangerous situation involving apparently a knife attack. The father of a Wisconsin woman hurriedly reported to authorities in November that she got a message saying that she had been stabbed. So it was a huge misunderstanding. The woman showed up. It turns out she hadn't been stabbed. After all the authorities, everybody got involved. What happened is she sent a text. She was going to get a COVID test done. So she sent a text that said, "I've been swabbed."
Oh, and
but
it came out
autocorrect
stabbed.
changed it to "I've been stabbed."
Okay.
She said, "I'm fine." And she said, "I'm really sorry for all the misunderstanding." But it turned into, can you imagine getting a text from your daughter
I've been stabbed.
saying, "I've been stabbed"?
Yeah.
And then he's trying to get a hold of her. Well, she was
Right.
she wasn't
Oh
around
my
right away. So turned into a big to-do. And I feel bad that that's our moment of duh, because again, it was just a good dad doing a good thing, but it was autocorrect. It was kind of the moment of duh.
Yeah.
So that would have probably been a
Always
better.
check before you hit send.
Yeah, you know what? There have been a few things that I've done where I was like, "Ooh, I wish I wouldn't have said it that way."
Me too.
So I remember a few of yours. This has been your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Fake news or Florida? A Florida man dressed as Santa was caught in a chimney as he tried to rob a home on Christmas Eve. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Nah, it's fake news.
Oh, but that happens.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Could have. Somewhere, maybe. But if it did, it's just a mere coincidence.
Okay.
You're going to start searching the interwebs trying to find a story? No, this was sent in as fake news, so I don't know. If it did really happen again, it was just a coincidence. But this has been today's fake news or Florida on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org. Not too late to be the good news, by the way. You can always join that challenge, giftcardchallenge.org. Or you can join this challenge, the 2020 Tip Challenge. That is a really cool thing where people are leaving $2,020 for the tip. Now, I am not able to do that.
We're not in that tax bracket.
I've left $20.20.
We have left
I've done that.
2020.
That's kind of where I'm at. I had to move the decimal point
Right.
to the neighborhood that I'm in.
Yeah.
And I encourage people to do that as well. But Tom Selleck is in the news now. Tom Selleck left a $2,020 tip at a place called Elio's Restaurant in New York, all part of the 2020 Tip Challenge. And Donnie Wahlberg, apparently those two worked together. He said, "I found out that my TV dad, hashtag Tom Selleck, has generously accepted the 2020 Tip Challenge at Elio's Upper East Side. Love you, Dad." Says, "I didn't start it, but I'm proud to be a part of it. For those of you who gave even the smallest extra amount this year, thank you." So this is a really cool thing. And he said in the note that he left, he said, "I'm honoring my friend Donnie Wahlberg's Tip Challenge with my sincere hope for a better 2020, Tom Selleck." So, but that's where when Donnie
Better
Wahlberg...
2021, you mean?
Yeah, he put 2020. So
Okay.
he said, "I just want to make sure people know I didn't start the challenge, but I am proud to be a
Right.
part of it."
Very
and there's a
cool.
bunch of other people who've been in here.
Tom Selleck just seems like such a neat guy. The
Yeah.
Wahlbergs do as well, honest. I mean, they just seem like neat
They do.
people.
Good kids. So I've got, if you click on the link on our show notes, you'll read this story, and then you can scroll through and see a whole bunch of other people who've done this as well. And again, I wish I had time to read through all of this, but I don't. So we're going to just say, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening. And if you get a chance to be a part of that 2020 tip challenge, we still have a few more days before 2020 is done. Otherwise, it's going to cost an extra penny. Just saying. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.